Hello guys, I'm Dikan. If you're new here, welcome to my channel where we talk about beauty, skincare, lifestyle. We also have chit chats and DIYs. I hope to include vlogs very soon. Thank you. Please subscribe on your way out. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about black girl friendly sunscreen. So I always get these questions like, Dikan, what sunscreen do you use? What sunscreen do you recommend that do not have all those white casts? Or what sunscreen? I also get questions like, what amount of sunscreen do I need between SPF 15 to 100? So in this video, I'm going to answer all those questions, and I'm also going to let you in on some useful tips. So all information in this video is equally important, so I would advise that you stay till the end so you can get all the info that I have to give to you guys on this video. So if you know me personally, you know that I basically threaten and chase people around to make sure that they use sunscreen. I believe that sunscreen is very important in our beauty routine. It's like the icing on the cake when it comes to our skincare ritual. So it's just like if you do all these skincare steps without sunscreen, it feels like it's a waste. So our skincare routine steps does have a huge effect on the longevity of our healthy skin. So sunscreen, it is very important because this is the step that would hold everything that you have done so far together and prevent you the most from aging. So now let's go into ultraviolet rays, which are the rays that we receive from the sun, aka UV rays. So now there's two types of UV rays, which is UVA and UVB. UVB is the sun rays that causes sunburns, so that ends up causing like all those dark patches and spots on our bodies, or all those dark moles that is a result of sun exposure. And UVA is the sun ray that is responsible for causing aging and premature wrinkles, and studies have shown that it is intense enough and is capable of causing skin cancer. So that's like UVA is like the more intense and harmful version of sun rays, but they are both equally harmful. So an important tip to keep in mind is when buying sunscreens, make sure that you buy one that protects you from both UVA and UVB. So now let's talk melanin. Our skin produces melanin to sort of protect us from the ultraviolet rays from the sun, but if we stay long enough in the sun, it overproduces this melanin and then it causes hyperpigmentation. It kills our skin cells and reduces elastin and collagen in the dermis, which is the outer layer of our skin. So long exposure under the sun can basically speed up how fast your skin ages. To that note, people that do not have enough melanin production on their skin are more prone to sun damages and sunburns, and that will be people who are on the pale spectrum of skin tone. So an important tip to keep in mind is that UV rays are at its highest between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Another important tip to keep in mind is that you only need about 1 minute of exposure in the sun to get about a week of vitamin D that you need. So when you want to say stuff like, I need my vitamin D, and then you expose yourself too much to the sun, keep in mind that the amount of sun that you need is about 1 minute for one whole week. So the other time might just be damaging your skin. Now moving on to the types of sunscreens, we do have the mineral sunscreens and the chemical sunscreen. Now moving on to mineral sunscreens. Mineral sunscreens contain mostly and majorly two ingredients, which are titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. And now mineral sunscreens, because of how it is made, takes a little while to absorb into the skin. Mineral sunscreens are mostly the ones that leave the white cast on your skin that you're trying to avoid. So these are the ones that mostly have thick formulas and take a while to absorb into the skin. What mineral sunscreens do is that they deflect the sun rays from penetrating your skin, so when the rays come directly on your skin, it sort of swerves it away from your skin, hence why it stays on the skin and hardly absorbs into the skin because of how it is made, and are most likely to leave a white cast or film on your skin, and this really depends on the formulation of the sunscreen. Now moving on to chemical sunscreens. These sunscreens are made up of three major ingredients, which are homosalate, octocrylene, I hope I'm saying that right, and avobenzone, and I also hope I'm saying that correctly as well. So chemical sunscreens are the more light formula. So how chemical sunscreen works is that when you apply them on your skin, it absorbs sun rays into your skin, converts them into heat, and deactivates them. And that is why if you use chemical sunscreens, you're more likely to feel hot on the outer layer of your skin. This is when the deactivation process is happening. It's not always so obvious, but there's a possibility that you can get to feel a little bit hot or warmer than normal. The formula is very thin. It tends to be water resistant as well, and there's been a lot of myths in the past that chemical sunscreens are harmful, but research has told us that it is not harmful in any way to the skin. There were just myths that were out there, but it's really not true. They are not in any way harmful to our skin. If anything, they actually protect us from harmful sun rays. So now I do get questions on what sunscreen should I use, like between SPF 15 to 100, what's the difference and all that. Studies have shown that between SPF 50 to 100, there's really no big difference as to the effect on our skin, but it just really depends on personal preference, what people want for themselves, because some people tend to feel safer when they feel like the sunscreen is very high in protection. So if you're more comfortable with SPF 100, then it's totally fine, but just know that studies show that the difference between SPF 50 and SPF 100 is just 0.05% of protection, which is not a lot in my opinion. So there's really no big difference. The real difference is between SPF 15 to 50. So when you ask me what sunscreen that you should go for, my usual answer would be yes, do go high on protection, which is anything from 30 to 100. That would really be a personal preference. For me, I stay on SPF 50 because I feel like there's really no difference and it does the job for me, so I don't mind. Also, do note that sunscreens are supposed to be reapplied after every 2 hours to be on the safe side. And if we are to go into the calculation, it's going to take so much time in this video, and I'm sure you don't want to go into that. Also note that sunscreen is for everyday use. The sun is always shining. As long as it is daytime, there is sun. So even if you're not seeing the sun, even on days where the weather feels a bit gloomy and stuff, you still need sunscreen on your skin. Some people will argue that you still need sunscreen when you're not going out of the house because UV rays can still penetrate from your windows or anywhere, so you really need to still stay protected. So that would be up to you. So moving on to the exciting part of the video, which is recommendations, of course. Yay! I do have a couple here with me, and it is ones that I have used and I have seen their performance so far. So yes, these sunscreens are black girl friendly. They do not leave white cast on the skin, and according to what we've discussed so far, that would tell us that chemical sunscreens are a preferable option for dark skinned people, as they hardly would leave any white cast or film on our skin. So first, I'm going to start here with my facial sunscreens, and also I do have combination to oily skin, so I do tend to gravitate towards products that are targeted at my skin type. Nevertheless, if you do have dry to normal skin, you can as well look out for these products that do target your skin type. So here with me is the Photoderm SPF 30, and it says fluid mattifiant. Is a mattifying fluid, high protection for combination to oily skin. So this I do use on my face sometimes, especially when I'm just at home and I really won't have any makeup on my skin. I do use this, and it doesn't leave any white cast on my skin, and it does dry down matte, and it keeps my skin looking matte but hydrated. I also have this one from La Roche-Posay, and it is from their ANTHELIOS range, and this one is SPF 50, and it is the tinted fluid. This one is very lightweight. It almost seems like you're applying water to your skin. I love it so much. I love it under my makeup. It says to shake before use. It is a tinted fluid, so it doesn't leave any white cast or film on your skin or on my skin. Now, my favorite one for my facial sunscreen, one would think that this video is sponsored by La Roche-Posay, but no, it is not. It is the La Roche-Posay SPF 50 anti-brilliance, and it is still from their ANTHELIOS range. This one is a very lightweight spray. You can see how it goes. It's a very lightweight spray and it just goes on your skin seamlessly and effortlessly. It is very light, and since we're supposed to apply sunscreen after every 2 hours, in the case where you've done your makeup, you know it is hard to apply sunscreen on your makeup, but this is a perfect sunscreen that can go on your makeup. It just feels really nice. It's a transparent spray, and yeah, I really love this one. So that's it for my facial sunscreens, and I'm going to move into the sunscreens that I use on my body. There was this one I was using from Garnier. If I find the picture, I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen. It was a transparent spray and it was a chemical sunscreen. It was really nice for my skin and I loved it. It sort of went on like a transparent spray that dried down matte, and I really loved how it felt on my body. So next will be this one I started using not long ago, and it's still from Garnier, and it's their Amber Soleil Sensitive Advanced SPF 50 UVA and UVB, and this is what it looks like. It is also a transparent oil spray kind of sunscreen. This feels really nice on my skin. After I do moisturize my skin, I just go on with this and I love it so much. It does not leave any white cast on the skin, and it does give my skin this glistening glow, and if I'm having a day out at the beach, it just gives me the perfect skin for such occasion. Next would be from Photoderm as well. I know it seems like I have trust issues. I only trust certain brands when it comes to certain stuff. I wouldn't deny that. I do like to know that a brand is consistent with its behavior, then I invest my money into it. So the next one I'll talk about is the Photoderm MAX SPF 50, and it is for sensitive skin, very high protection sun mist, transparent and freshness, very water resistant. You can use this during a day out at the beach or pool and you're good to go. You can use this and get in water and you're fine. So yeah, it is this one and I love it as well. It does not dry down matte. It does feel oily on the skin, but in a nice way. It's not greasy, it's not tacky or anything like that. It's a really nice sunscreen that I do love using and I would definitely recommend. Next would be this one that I have totally used from Babe Laboratories. I don't know if it's Babe or Babe or it is a French word. I would not know. We are fortunate enough to be blessed with a lot of French brands around here, so I'm able to access them a lot. So this one is from Babe Laboratories and it is their SPF 50 high protection transparent sunscreen. Can be used on wet skin. Matte finish can be applied to wet skin. I don't know why they had to repeat that. So yeah, it does have UVA and UVB protection, and this is what it looks like. I will link all these products down in the description box, so do check that out. So for my last recommendation today would be the Avène High Protection Sun Spray, and this is sort of a lotion spray and this only has UVA protection. So why I'm recommending this one is that from all what I have shown to you guys already, they are mostly transparent or oil sunscreens, so I just decided to include a lotion sunscreen for people that do like lotion sunscreens. So this is like a lotion spray and this one is only has UVA protection, so I would advise that you go for this that has UVA and UVB protection. It says to be water resistant, no white streaks, and non-comedogenic, so it means that it doesn't clog your pores. So yeah, this as well I would definitely recommend, but do get the one that has UVB protection as well so you do not get burned. So yeah, there is also one from Neutrogena from their Hydro Boost range. I haven't used it, but I heard it is really good and does not leave any white cast on your skin. Some of my friends have used it and they've testified to this, so yeah, you can check that one out as well. I would leave a picture somewhere on the screen as well so you can see. So yeah, one last tip before we end this video. I'm just gonna say that the sunscreens in your beauty products, like in your makeup products, are not enough. Sometimes it's just for marketing strategy. SPF 15 really doesn't do anything for you, and most times when your beauty products or when your makeup product does claim to have sunscreen, it is still very advisable for you to go over with your own sunscreen as well, to just make sure that you know that there is sunscreen on your skin. So yeah, sun protection is very important for our skin as black women, black people, people of color. So the question if sunscreen is needed for dark skinned people and all that, yes, it is needed. As long as you do have skin on your body, yes, sunscreen is really necessary. Everyone needs to protect themselves from the sun rays, which could be harmful to our skin in the short and long run. So definitely do use sunscreen. Sunscreen is definitely one of those products that should have been introduced to us as kids. I didn't have that luxury, but I think it is very important that as you're introducing your child, your baby or whoever to lotions, you also introduce them to sunscreens as well, which is even more important. So yeah, sunscreen is really important for everyone. Everyone should have and use sunscreens. So that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe for more content like this. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your favorite sunscreen. I'm curious to know as well. So yeah, I'll be sharing more skincare and beauty tips with you. So if that's your cup of tea, please do subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends and family. And it goes a long way in helping this channel grow, and I really appreciate having every one of you here. And I would see you guys in my next one.